The protein obsession is out of control. Guys, I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I have protein, I just get it from genuine meat. It doesn't feel the same if I get it from like, I don't know, a chocolate bar or whatever the f. Like I need it from chicken. I need it from beef. I need it from like pork. I don't, dude, I need it from genuine meat or else it doesn't feel the same.
It's in your water, your chips, your donuts, even your damn pasta. It's not just you. Protein is suddenly everywhere. Every year, its search popularity has been increasing, while the number of new products marketing their protein content has almost doubled in the last 2 years. Some
My God, I am craving for milk and cereal right now with a bit of honey.
companies have even tried selling protein vapes, because 71%
Protein vapes! This... What?
of people aim to eat more protein in 2024, up from 59% in 2022.
I can't hit my protein.
20 whole baby belts.
Not going.
It's protein time.
But if you thought influencers were unhinged with this protein craze, just wait until you see the companies cashing in. From shady marketing to ridiculous new products, they've managed to rebrand everyday foods.
Protein soda?
The whole protein trend is just another
What?
marketing trick by big companies. Just eat fucking meat, you don't need to get protein from unhealthy food.
How the f are you supposed to get a protein soda?
To charge a premium. But take a look closer and you'll see this protein boom isn't nearly as innocent as it looks.
Cheerios under fire tonight. The new lawsuit claiming a new version of the classic with more protein has a lot more of something else as well.
So why is
Lead.
this protein gold rush
Well, what guys, guess what it is next with or something? I think it would be lead.
happening now?
Something
How are
poisonous.
companies getting away marketing regular products as protein snacks? And most importantly, what do you actually need to know before getting tricked by the label?
Asbestos.
You guys talk about protein? I love protein. I love protein too. Protein rocks.
Protein's first true disciples were bodybuilders. By the 1970s, early sports science and gym culture had made it clear protein was essential for muscle repair and growth. But the first few supplements were awful. Protein of the sea was gritty, fishy, and borderline inedible. But as the fitness industry exploded, so did the demand for something better. By the 1980s, dairy-based protein, which was smoother and better tasting, became the gold standard.
What girl's gonna go for me with a body like this?
Hey, if the sight of yourself at 18 doesn't convince you, Tom, listen to your senior year girlfriend.
Hi, Tom. I'm waiting.
Milk. It does a body good.
Outside of the gym though, nutrition trends were dominated by one thing: low fat. A handful of observational studies in the 50s and 60s, followed by official dietary guidelines in the 70s and 80s, blamed saturated fats for heart disease. Food companies saw low fat as a marketing goldmine, even if it meant replacing
So they didn't fix about the whole sugar thing that they had before.
fat with sugar.
Dannon low-fat yogurt. A good thing going for you every day.
By the late 90s, the cracks were obvious. Obesity rates kept climbing. The backlash came in the form of Atkins and other low-carb diets, flipping the villain from fat to carbs and putting protein and fat back in fashion. Through the early 2000s, supermarkets' health aisles became a battleground between
God, it's so crazy to me how like fucked America is when it comes to food, because like every time whenever I go to groceries, whenever you look at somebody else's like cart or something like that, it's a very big culture shock to see ready-made food be very like I don't know. In Asia, you never see ready-cooked food. Like the most that you would ever see is probably like in cup noodles or something like that. But like if you ever look at somebody else's cart or if you look at ours, it's like singular like food that you have to like cook, take the time just to cook, take the time to make. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know. And the most that is like a fat like it the most that you'd see that's like unhealthy is hot dogs or like canned food and stuff like that. But that's like the most I've ever really seen. Or like chips and like that. But it's always raw ingredients that I see in people's like baskets. It's only in America or in American videos that I ever seen so many ready to eat food as like the number one thingy just to eat.
Low fat and low carb products. Meanwhile, social media was taking bodybuilding mainstream. Whey protein had become cheaper, tastier, and heavily promoted by influencers. Suddenly, high protein everyday foods like Fage Greek yogurt and Quest bars were trending well beyond the gym. Brands began to notice something. Carbs had been demonized, fat had been demonized, but protein was untouchable. By the 2020s,
How the fuck can you demonize an avocado?
longevity-focused experts like Dr. Peter Attia were praising protein not just for bulking, but for preserving muscle with age, supporting immunity, and keeping you full. Protein now had a health halo. And then came the perfect storm. A global lockdown, widespread weight gain, and a renewed obsession with health. Weight loss drugs became mainstream, so dietitians urged patients to eat more protein to avoid muscle wastage while eating less. So now,
In my opinion, I think that people would like, let's say, like, when women with PCOS, I have PCOS, I struggle with losing weight. But the moment that I've just fixed my diet, I lost weight. Surprise! Hello, everyone! I'm having a special Christmas plushie drop of one of my mascots, Boomy. This will be available until December ends, so do not worry. There's a lot of time to buy your own little Boomy. Much love, everybody, and happy holidays.
protein-boosted products were almost seen as a shortcut to a healthy body.
There's only one way to reach the top without.
I have, for me to lose weight and for me to feel good while losing weight, I have a high protein diet. But then I never in my life bought those like high protein diet, like high protein bars or whatever. I always just like, I don't know, eat chicken. I just eat more chicken, or I eat more like, I put more beef in my like serving or something like that. I just like, I put more eggs in my like meal, or anything with meat, anything with protein or something. And then that's it, and then I'm good to go.
Without sacrifice. Cheating.
By this point, if your product wasn't high in protein,
I completely removed sugar in my diet, and I felt the best.
it looked outdated. So companies either reformulated to add it, or used marketing tricks to
Except
make
for
it seem
honey.
like they had.
Honey's the only way I lost eating sugar.
There's one main problem with many high-protein products. They aren't
So no candy. I don't have a sweet tooth. Compared to other people, I have a savory tooth. I fucking love savory food. I do not personally have a sweet tooth. I'm not really the type of person to be craving like sweet stuff. I'm the type of person to be craving like, oh, a kebab. Or like, dude, oh yeah, I do eat fruits though, so that's probably where I get my sugar from. Dude.
high protein. And it takes a wizard to spot the tricks used to legally get away with it. Take this bag of chips, apparently high protein. Sounds solid until you realize a serving has just 3 grams of protein. Less than a slice of bread. Then there's this high protein chocolate bar, 27 grams of protein.
Do people not look at like the serving size ever when buying your stuff?
But also a massive 455 calories.
Oh.
It should be illegal to write this on you. 20% of your daily protein needs.
It feels like every aisle is now stacked with the same ultra-processed snacks. Only now, they're boasting about an extra gram or 2 of protein.
This shite has 12 grams of protein for 250 calories.
The Kardashians' popcorn has 7 grams of protein per 150 calories.
Protein popcorn.
Sure, it's a step up, but at twice the price, it's a pretty expensive sprinkle. How can a Nature Valley bar that's only 17% protein still slap protein on the front? To understand how that's even legal, you've got to understand the loopholes they don't want you to know about. In the US, if a product has just 10 to 19%
Is it so hard just to eat meat? I don't understand. Why is this even like a thing?
of the daily recommended value of protein, it can legally be called a good source of protein. 20% or more, now it's high protein. But here's the catch. That daily
Cost?
value is based on just 50 grams of protein a day, which is way below what most people would benefit from for fat loss or building muscle, at least according to the
Gotta
most
cook the
up-to-date
meat.
science. But by this rule, if a product has 5 grams of protein, it's a
I miss the Philippines so much. I had this like meal thingy where they send me 3 meals a day, 5 days straight a week. and they have like every week is a different kind of like week. So I had like a Japanese week, I had a Filipino week, I had a Korean week, I had a whatever week, and it was like, you know how much it was for a month? $200 a month for literally 3 meals a day, technically 20 days a week, and then I would just like choose what I want to eat in the weekend. That's when I lost 30 pounds.
Good source. 10 grams or more, now it's high protein.
20 days a
Even
month,
if it's
sorry.
surrounded by 300 calories a gloop. In the UK and
It was so good. It was so nice. I'm thinking about, and then I was always excited. You know what I mean? I don't check what is the meal for the next day. So every day I'm like, oh, what is it? What am I gonna eat today? Wee! And I get so excited. I get like genuinely so excited. Like there was one time they sent a whole ramen bowl. Oh my god! They made a whole ramen. And it tasted good. The craziest part is that usually those like meal thingies are not like that good. They taste good and they're already like pre-made. They're like pretty much ordering. It was the same thing as ordering your food, but like, you know, you just don't know what it is. And it's exactly the calorie needs. And it's exactly like food that you kind of like. There are some days where it was like, meh. And I was like, oh, whatever. And then, but like, dude, majority of the time, oh my god, dude. There was this one time they gave me like a katsu meal as well. And there was one time they gave like a Filipino dish and it was like adobo and it was like so good. My god, dude. I'm missing it so bad right now, actually.
EU, it's a little bit different.
Dude, I need to go back to the Philippines, dude. I need to feel that again.
Over 20%, and it's high protein. So we have many companies, including just enough protein.
No, it wasn't like HelloFresh. HelloFresh is different because you have to cook it. You have to take the time to actually cook it. The HelloFresh is pretty much doing your groceries for you in a more expensive way. But like, imagine being sent the food already, cooked, ready to eat. Just put in the fridge, put in the microwave, boom, hot, steaming hot, good as eat it, boom. But you never had a pre-cooked meal in Asia, by the way? No. The only pre-cooked places I get is probably in 7-Eleven. That's it.
These claims.
But never in groceries.
And when a company doesn't meet these already low thresholds, there's plenty of legal
So
loopholes
Factor?
they
I
can
don't know what
jump
Factor
through.
is.
They could claim 50 grams of protein, then put in small print per pack.
I remember when I was in uni and I didn't have time to cook. My go-to food was this like a little shop with sandwiches. It would cost like 75 pesos, which is like $1.50. And it was a peso chicken sandwich. It was my favorite thing. I would buy it almost every single day as my little breakfast. The pesto was really like nicely made. The bread was nice as well. The amount of chicken serving around it is like every bite you had chicken on it and it had pesto in it every single time you bit it. And I was like, perfection. It was perfect. God, dude, I wish you guys like knew what it's like to live in Asia when it comes to like food and just like normal food. It's
Or as
great.
Cheerios protein did, add an extra 0.7 grams of protein to regular Cheerios, double the portion size, and then claim 11 grams of protein with milk, which is where most of that extra protein came from. While conveniently leaving out that this great new product has
I see your healthy living choice and I raise you a 60p bar of chocolate from Lidl with 50 grams of sugar.
17 times the sugar per serving.
What the fuck?
And even the shakes aren't innocent. Slim Fast boasts 10 grams of protein, but that's with fat-free milk. The powder on its own, a measly 2 grams of protein. Companies often dodge strict rules by using vague terms. Instead of saying high protein, which is regulated, they say things like protein packed. Like these protein packed balls, which only have 4 grams of protein per serving.
I also added 2 times the protein on here because companies love to do that all the time. You just have to compare to a comparable product. In this case, it has 2 times the protein of Twix.
They'll often choose a low protein product
Jesus
as a baseline,
Christ.
make bold claims. Many companies will also include imagery to give their product a health halo, including images of nutritious whole foods on the packaging. Or they'll say something like, it
I'm
has
pretty
as
sure
much
that's illegal
protein
in
as an egg,
Japan.
implying that it's just as good, when in reality, it's nowhere near as nutritious. In fact, a lot of protein-boosted foods like breads or chips use lower quality sources like pea or wheat protein. If you already eat plenty of meat, eggs or dairy, it's not a big deal. But if most of your protein comes from these ultra-processed foods, you might be hitting your numbers without properly fueling for muscle repair or growth. Protein quality matters,
scared.
not just the total.
I'm worried.
But even when a product adds a meaningful amount of protein, it often comes with a trade-off. To mask the chalky taste or rubbery texture, companies add extra fats, sweeteners, sodium, or other additives. It might taste better, but it can also mean more calories. An ingredient.
I don't want to be rude, but how are you not losing weight while eating healthy? I'm talking about before. If I'm being very honest, am I counting calories right now? Am I keeping track of everything? No.
Which don't necessarily benefit you.
Black Wolf Dragon, they go 3 months.
High sugar, high fat bar.
Hey, at least I'm honest, dude. At least I'm honest, dude. I if I want to lock in, I know I can lock in. But right now, I'm like, in somebody else's house. I'm in Nikita's house. I'm like chilling and like that. I have no control what it like. I get like anxiety when I'm being perceived in the house or something like that. And so I was like, oh, you know what? I'll just take a break right now. I'll just focus on like maintaining my weight, and I'll lose weight when I'm back in the Philippines.
Slap 10 to 20 grams of protein in it, and suddenly it's a performance snack.
This is Snickers Pro Plus, not protein, just pro to imply protein. If we use a king-size Snickers bar, it has 8 grams of protein, so we can highlight that. And the plus can simply mean plus energy from peanuts.
This trickery is exactly why I recommend
I don't know why it's so
to track
huge.
calories for a couple of months. It helps you spot the bullshit. Food
Sponsor skip.
companies have figured out a cheat code. Slap the word protein on a product, charge extra.
I personally don't see this. Guys, do you guys see this protein thingy all around the world? I don't, maybe I just yes. Oh.
Watch the profits roll in. Protein pasta can be almost twice the price.
I've never
for just
heard
an
of
extra
protein
3 grams
pasta.
of protein. It's an easy way to charge more for your cereal. But sometimes, these are just
You know what it is? I just don't go to the groceries enough.
regular products, marketed as high protein.
5.1 grams of protein. Lidl, are you flipping mad?
Just about enough to claim a source of protein on the front, but it allows companies to make massive profits. And let's face it, often get away with them tasting
You know what's my go-to food after stream is ended? I go for chicken wings with rice. Oh, that is so nice.
horrendous because it's healthy.
I love chicken
Hi,
so
quick
much.
question. Is the main ingredient in all protein bars shit?
With the fitness industry growing, protein
Okay, using this clip is crazy.
has only become more valuable to the public. So when people realize they've been tricked by a protein label on regular food, they get understandably frustrated.
This is a protein bar. This is a protein bar. This is a steaming pile of
This isn't a small trend. It's a full-blown
I wish the government was doing things that made it so that consumers are more safe to be listening to labels that you see in your daily day-to-day grocery, shopping spree and whatever the fuck. I wish they made it so that companies cannot just abuse like the thingies and whatever.
protein gold rush. In the first 3 months of 2025 alone, 8.3% of all new food products bragged about being a source of protein.
In EU, it's a lot more
That's up from
strict. Yeah.
6.1% in 2024.
I just feel like America it's like getting really bad though.
And just 4.6% in 2023. For
Companies
most
will
people,
always find
still-
a way. Well, look at Japan. You're not allowed to fake what your product looks like. You have to. And unless it has actual genuine fruits, you're not allowed to actually genuinely put fruits in the front.
believe protein equals healthy. So companies get away with the fine print.
I feel like there is things to do to make it like safer for the consumer. I just think that some people are just making a little bit too much money and people are just greedy in America, especially America.
Collagen protein gummies. Just 0.15 grams of collagen per serving. That's less than a third of a Tic Tac. Still, people leave 5-star reviews because they taste good and they seem healthy.
I don't trust myself with vitamin gummies. I genuinely don't. The reason why when it comes with vitamins, I never take the gummy is because one, I know for a fact I might eat another one. I know for a fact that I'm not gonna eat just like one a day or something. I'm gonna be like, or some. Also, I don't want to like taste sweetness every single time I need to take my fucking vitamin. I don't want to ever feel like I need to take a little like I don't know, a sweet little snack every time I just want to take my vitamins.
Because they taste good and they seem healthy. More and more, we're just getting catfished by clever marketing. And the worst part, they often jack up the protein while gutting the actual nutrition. Let me show you how dumb it can get. Let's say you're trying to lose weight on 2,000 calories a day with a protein goal of
losing weight with 2,000 calories? Who the f is losing weight with 2,000 calories? How tall do you have to be?
150 grams. You could achieve
Men?
this with...
I'm so jealous of you. I can only lose weight if I
another
have...
month's Deme hype demo.
Underl car 3 or 5 months. I can only lose weight with 1,200 calories.
the following.
That's a whole meal difference. Holy shit.
Protein cereal, a protein Pop-Tart, some collagen gummies, and a Hubba Bubba whey shake. For lunch, protein spread.
Yeah, well, dude, somebody was like, dude, well, counting calories is not equal to healthy or losing weight. No, dude, I need to count calories, bro. Bro, I need to count calories. You know how easy it is to go above 1,200 calories? Like, if I don't count calories, I won't lose weight, period.
Bread in a protein sandwich, some birthday cake peanut butter protein, and protein chips. For dinner, protein pizza with a protein beer to wash it down. Still under your goal? No worries, just vape the rest. Congrats, you hit your macros. Now try not to protein yourself, because you've consumed loads of sugar alcohols and additives, not nearly enough fiber, and you'll probably still be hungry, since ultra-processed food just isn't as filling as whole foods. I learnt the hard way as a teenager. During lockdown, there wasn't much fresh food in my area, and I was convinced COVID meant instant death. So I basically lived on protein products ordered online.
Holy shit!
My calories and lost weight, but I also racked up deficiencies, felt bloated, and barely ate any fruit or veg. These products tend to be stripped of the vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients you'd find in whole foods, and Michael Pollan calls that narrow thinking nutritionism. To make things worse, protein-fortified junk often comes with a premium price tag, which is the main issue, especially when you consider that most of these products aren't really high protein. All these products have their place in a balanced diet, but if your diet boils down to chasing protein claims on flashy labels...
I'm trying to gain weight right now, even at 2,900 calories per day. It's not really going anywhere right now. It's hard to... Dude, in the other spectrum of like having to like gain weight, it's hard, man. I've heard you guys' stories with your metabolisms and stuff.
You've basically become a marketer's dream.
I think both gaining weight and losing weight are both hard.
What's the next step?
In both spectrums.
Protein products shouldn't be demonized. They can offer convenience and often taste surprising.
It's all thermodynamics. Yeah, but I don't think so. I think there's a lot of things to like that everybody's different. I think the whole idea that one thing works for everybody is super unhealthy, and that it's really easy just to like actually listen to people and be like, yeah, no, I eat 3,000 calories and not gain weight. It's a struggle. They're not telling you this because they're asking you for advice. They're telling you this because they're frustrated.
My daily calorie to maintain weight is 4,000 calories. 2,000 calories would lose weight by a lot. The 8-hour fasting is helping lots.
I'm just saying, they're not people are not telling you that like I'm struggling to lose weight because they want you to tell them the magical way of losing weight. They're just trying to showcase their frustration, and they just want people to like listen to your frustrations. And dude, listen, it's not that hard to be like nice to people. Whether it's like gaining weight, losing weight, whatever. Like it's not about unless they ask for the advice, them talking about it or whatever, it's not that hard to not invalidate somebody. Just like literally it's not that hard to go like, yeah, I can't imagine to go through that or whatever. Dude, I'm just saying like these types of like, oh, well, are you doing like, well, you know, I did this diet and it worked for me. Why don't you do it? Like, you know, like everybody's so fucking different. Everybody's body is so different. Everybody has like different like disabilities or et cetera, you know what I mean?
Good. If a shake helps you hit your protein goal,
would recommend getting one of those apps where you can scan the barcode. It tells you the nutritional value. Very helpful. Oh yeah, I have those.
Brilliant. but many companies are just passing off regular treats as protein products.
I think the idea of like just having to let people take it with their time and take time with learning, because anybody who lost weight, anybody who gained weight, they will all understand this. I'm going to say something. You need to learn your own body, what works for you, what is good for you. Not everybody has the same environment. Not everybody has the same like requirements of life. Not everybody has the same kind of job in their life. Not everybody is like literally doing the same things in life. It is not going to be one answer equals all. Things are trial and error. Your journey is literally just like your own thing. You can't compare, dude. If you compare, you're just going to be in despair. Ooh, wisdom.
It's like putting lipstick on a pig. All the while, actual Whole Foods sits sadly in the corner with no marketing team behind them. And here's the punchline. Some of the products marketed as high protein have even less protein than they claim. Take Lenny and Larry's cookies. They proudly claimed 16 grams of protein with over 400 calories. Already a bit questionable. But when tested, they were found to have 4 to 9 grams of protein. Which is what I love about a piece of chicken and Whole Foods. No bullshit or asterisks involved. So here's a question worth asking. If the protein bars and cookies that you're relying on turned out to not be high in protein, would your diet fall apart? Because if the answer is yes, probably a red flag. One simple test, which helps me choose shakes and bars, is to take the calories, knock off the last 0 and compare. If a product has more grams of protein than this number, it's pretty good. So a bar with 190 calories and 20 grams of protein, decent. But 480 calories and 16 grams of protein is starting to look more like expensive candy with a protein sticker. Protein isn't the problem, the marketing is. And the craze isn't slowing down, but you can, before buying into the next shiny label.
Sheesh, dude. It's getting literally harder and harder for people who doesn't have the time to cook or who's too poor to like order out. Jesus Christ. It's getting rough. Oh man. Guys, I'm just trying to say, dude, in the end of the thingy of like when it comes to like being healthy and whatever, literally nobody's gonna be the same. Everybody's environment is different. Everything about like other people's like thingies or like whatever. If people like, guys, it's not easy to do a lifestyle change, especially when you can't change your environment and stuff like that. It's a hill that like, you know what I mean? I hope everybody just takes their time and enjoys it. It's not supposed to be something that's like, it's supposed to feel good. Things of a lifestyle change is supposed to feel good. And if you're not feeling good and you're feeling like distressed about it and you're losing weight and you feel like shit, then literally it's not going to go well. I promise you that. You losing weight and then you feeling like shit, always exhausted, always like whatever, you're doing something wrong. You're supposed to feel good having lifestyle changes. I don't know, dude. That's all. It is what it is. It is what it is.